Toastmasters, distinguished guests. Change is something that we all must do. Whether it's changing a hairstyle or lack of hairstyle. Whether it's changing our clothes, car, bigger choices, selling our house to get a bigger house. That's a big change, because what happens if you lose your job? How are you going to pay for the house? There's a lot of life changes also that some of us have to make. A lot of people think change is hard. Change is a mindset. If you set your mind in the right area, change is possible. No matter where you come from, what kind of background you got, change is good for everybody. I've come across a lot of people lately that say, oh, this change is too difficult. I want to just go back to my old ways. Maybe go back to prison because life's too difficult out here in the free world. They're telling me this. And I'm thinking, what's so hard about this change that these guys find so difficult? I contemplate this, and I contemplate it, and I think about it. I understand it. A lot of you know that I recently, myself, not even 6 months ago, finished a prison set. Over 30 years of my life was spent behind them prison bars. And these guys are coming to me telling me that change is too hard. I come out here, very first job interview. I went into that job interview with an attitude that that was my job. They just didn't know it yet. And guess what? I got hired. Because I changed up here. Anybody can do that. A lot of people don't want to. But it's easy if you apply yourself and do what it takes to make sure you don't lose your job to get that new house. To make sure you change your attitude so you don't lose your new wife. Or to change your attitude enough to where you can stay out of prison. Because change is something that we've all experienced. Who in here has never changed? Has anybody never changed? I'm sure. Nobody? Because it's something we all must do. So why do people find it so difficult? Because you got to want to. You got to need to. You have to understand that if you don't like where you've been, change. Do something different. When I walked out of prison, October 23rd last year, I told everybody that I'm stepping out that front door, I'm walking into a new life, and I'm not looking back. And I'm doing that. A mindset. It's all it takes. No matter where you go in life, it's just a mindset. No matter where you go, what you want to do, it's a mindset. You got to want it. You have to want it. Does anybody ever think in this room that you don't need to change? Has everybody got all the answers, everything you want in life? You don't need to change anymore? Come on. Anybody? Right. Is it hard? It's only as hard as you want to make it. And either you do it or you don't. You can stay stuck. You can stay in prison. You can stay homeless. You can stay without a job. Oh, I can't get my driver's license, one of them told me. So I get this $50 an hour job up in Vancouver. Okay. I'll get you a job at $9.25 an hour working at Subway. Oh, no, I can't do that. Why? Everybody's got to start somewhere. But change is a mind thing. If you're not to the point in your life where you're ready for it, you can't do it. Because you don't want to do it. Toastmasters has done a lot to help me make this change. I joined Toastmasters 4 or 5 years ago. This is a change for me. A change for me was spending the last 4 days in the hospital at Legacy Emmanuel with my uncle, who was life flighted in. I've never in my life spent that much time in a hospital. It was a change that I had to deal with because that's my family. I called my boss. I said, I'm not coming to work. I'm at the hospital and I'm staying there. Most people would be worried about doing that. But I knew I was in enough good standing with my boss because of the changes that I've made within that wouldn't be a problem. I was sure about it. You know what my manager told me? Okay, no problem, I'll cover your shift. I got you. That's what she said. Don't worry about it. Everybody said, hey, Red, we know you ain't out here playing games, so go ahead and do what you need to do. Because they know that I've made that change within to make it out here. Who, besides the people that know me, you can't count, Dave Johnson. Who would have thought, when you see me sitting in this room today, that I would have just spent over 30 years in prison? It's not the mindset I want people to have. I share that story because I want everybody to know that change is possible for anybody. Dave Johnson.